Welcome to Dr. Karen Health Talks. So today's topic is something that is on so many people's minds and hearts, and everybody's talking about right now, which is the coronavirus, otherwise known as COVID-19. But I'm going to focus on more of a lifestyle approach, and I'm actually going to follow Dr. Oz's protocol. And you can actually find his one sheet that might be helpful for you to have up in your home and share with families and friends, that helps put some structure around this really craziness. I mean, we are in such a state of flux. It is changing every day, and it is very hard to stay calm. So the purpose of this podcast is to help you find calm in the chaos. And a way to do that is to actually take action to things that we know can support us, our families, and our communities. The thing about this situation is that it is a global issue. No longer can we just think of ourselves, because the truth is everything we do as individuals impacts our families, our communities, and the world. So here is an opportunity for us to really support the greater good. And in Dr. Oz's coronavirus survival protocol, he covers 4 different areas, which I'm going to speak to, and to just elaborate on some of my ideas as well. And the areas that he covers are lifestyle, hygiene, preparation, and immune support. So let's talk about lifestyle. Everything I've ever been talking about, and it's covered in my book, Is Your Lifestyle Killing You?, are things that we really need to be doing every day. In fact, everything here are things that hopefully we will start applying to our life forever, even after the coronavirus is gone, or we find a vaccine, or we have herd immunity and it's no longer a huge issue that it is in our communities. So in terms of lifestyle, get enough sleep. So sleep deprivation suppresses the immune system. Good restorative sleep and exercising regularly, not just to help our immune system, but to help our mood. And also have a news fast. Be informed, but do not get addicted to the news, because being bombarded with images that create anxiety suppresses our immune system and creates more and more anxiety, which feeds into the panic and the chaos that we are seeing right now. So be educated, be informed from reputable sources, such as this podcast, but switch off the TV or watch something refreshing, something uplifting. If you meditate or pray, really make sure you do that on a daily basis to connect to your higher power, because this too shall pass. Right now we are in a very chaotic time. So we've got to pull in those lifestyle measures that we hopefully practice every day to keep calm in the chaos. And then comes the hygiene aspect, the number 2. Now, you've heard this over and over and over. Hand washing with soap. So antiseptic soap really do not help the coronavirus, because this is a virus, not a bacteria. So good old soap and hand washing for 20 seconds. People are saying the happy birthday song twice, which is longer than most. And substituting fist bumps for handshakes, fist bumps or elbow bumps. Really avoid direct hand contact, because the thing with hand contact is we touch our face on average 23 times a day, and then that is what really gets to spread the virus into our mouths, our mucosas, our ears. So fist bumping is a really good idea. Handshaking transfers 10 times more germs than fist bumping. And also eliminate face touching as much as possible. Think about how often we touch our faces. And this virus seems to survive for a prolonged period on hard surfaces. So typically, we don't clean our hard surfaces at home that much, but you really want to be going in and cleaning doorknobs, handles, the toilet flusher, all your kitchen countertops, places where you switch on lights, anything that you're touching a lot. Really, you want to be cleaning a lot more, sanitizing those parts of your home that you are touching a lot. And Your fingers transfer your virus to the eyes and nose and mouth dozens of times per hour. So really sanitizing your home, watching how often you are touching your face, triple timing your hand washing. So many of us really don't wash our hands after going to the bathroom, which is pretty amazing. Now's the time to change that practice. And if you're using hand sanitizers, remember, make sure you use hand sanitizers that are at least 60% alcohol. So I'm going around and using disinfectant sprays as much as possible in my house. They tend to be more powerful than the wipes, but I know wipes are more convenient. And let that surface remain wet for about 3 minutes before drying so the disinfectant gets onto the surface. Now, while I speak about that, remember with all these extra disinfectants and hand sanitizers, our microbiome is being affected. So the flip side of that is make sure you're keeping your gut healthy. So make sure you're taking your probiotics, whether they're foods, through your sauerkraut and your pickles, or taking your daily probiotic, which I'm always taking because I know how powerful the gut is as your really your house of most of your immune system. Okay, so we've been lifestyle, we've talked about some hygiene. Now in preparation, oh yeah, you've seen it or you've read about it. These people that are stocking up on weeks and weeks and weeks supply of toilet paper and hand towels. Paper towels. Okay, guys, you only need a 2-week supply. If you do happen to have to be self-quarantined, you want a 2-week supply of things like toilet paper, like your animal food, your dog and cat food. What if you can't get out of the house and you've got to make sure your animals are fed? Any medications, any cold and flu medications like Tylenol or Advil that you might keep in the house. Any foods that you might be handy to have in the house that you can have. I have bought up on my chicken and my fish, and they're in freezer bags in my fridge so that we have food. So it's no big deal, just 2 weeks supply of household supplies and food and medications. That's all we need. We don't need to go overboard. And the fourth area is immune support. So what do we do to support our immune system? Again, this is things that we need to be doing every day anyway. And one of the blessings of this whole coronavirus is that it's really keeping us and enlightening us to things that are lifestyle practices that really we need to be doing all the time anyway. So I'm kind of excited that people are going to be hopefully keeping up these practices like eating fruits and vegetables, leafy greens, high in vitamins, like blackberries and kiwi fruit and blueberries. Provide your body with all those great vitamins and minerals, really thinking about whole food. Now, I am taking a lot of vitamin D because vitamin D has a direct impact on our immune system. I hope you know what your vitamin D level is. I know I've done podcasts about this before, but knowing your vitamin D level really helps to know your level of immunity. And if you're in the high-risk group, it's still time. I've heard from health practitioners, they're still recommending getting the flu shot because guess what? Influenza, colds and flu, coronavirus, this is the time of year. So if you haven't got your flu shot and you're at high risk and it's something that you believe in, then you might want to get the flu shot. It will not help with your COVID virus, but it will certainly help with flu season. And then a lot of people, when they're sick, they take zinc and vitamin C. I'm a big believer in beta-glucans. Beta-glucans are part of reishi mushrooms, and they are huge immune modulators. They activate killer cells like lymphocytes and macrophages that can attack viruses. So I take a product called Proglucamune that is a really good beta-glucan that also has Baker's yeast that actually needs to be taken ongoing to really protect your immune system. And a lot of people take airborne. Maybe you have your favorite remedies, and a lot of these things need to be taken early on. So if you're sick, self-quarantine, keep yourself at home, keep away from other members of the family, use your own bathroom if you can, use your own cutlery. So these are very basic practices. And really, this is really a lot of common sense. And if we all as individuals practice these protocols, then we are keeping ourselves, our families, and our communities safe. There are certainly practices every day. We're seeing things changing in order to try and contain this virus. And it will happen. We will get past this. It's kind of like we've got to kind of grapple together and take charge and be very mindful of our role in this. And remember, you can find calm in the chaos. So this is Dr. Karen Wolf, and I hope that this helps you find some calm in what we're seeing and experiencing right now.